All right. Well, I've been spending the whole afternoon cleaning up the garage because I have to make room to store this new toolbox, which I got from Lowe's this afternoon for $245 after tax. This is a clearance model, Cobalt 6 drawer, and I used my Lowe's card to get 5% off of that. And yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I couldn't resist the price. I mean, it's not every day that you're able to get a box with a butcher block on it for $250. Ball bearing drawers. So here I am making room. I'm just moving everything else around so I can store this. This is going to go over to my buddy's house where the red truck is staying right now. But for now, this is where it's going to park because it's got to stay here for a week and I'm not leaving it outdoors. This truck actually did work. I couldn't believe it. I actually picked that box up with this truck, or yeah, well, use this truck to pick up that box, and it did quite good. Of course, this box weighs almost nothing, so we're pretty good there. Oh, I see the wife hanging out by the door there. She's planting trees today. Oh, there she goes. So that's what I'm doing today. So I'm just gonna continue on cleaning. Figured I'd show you a couple other things. Here's a pile of VG33 and VG30 parts. I got like a couple different 300ZX intake manifolds, which I'm probably not going to use. And then I took this Pathfinder plenum to work today and tanked it, and took a Brillo pad to it and just kind of shined it up just a little bit. It needs to be cleaned a lot more. Got a timing cover, which needs to be painted. This is all hoses and pipes that I took off of the manifold today. Yeah, that's a lot of work, man. It would be awesome. I think I'm going to paint it. And then I'm going to sand the letters and the numbers here, so it'll be a solid color, and then these will be polished aluminum here. I think that'll look badass. As for what color this is going to be, I have no idea yet. Undecided. I don't know what color the engine's going to be or anything right now. Yeah, so this is all the pipes, the mass airflow sensor. Black wrinkle paint is probably what I'm going to do. I like the idea. I've looked at pictures of it and I like it a lot. So I think that's what's going to happen is black wrinkle paint, and then I'm going to sand these letters and numbers, polish them, and then do some kind of clear. Maybe there's some kind of clear I can put on it. I haven't researched that far yet. I've got a bunch of VG30 mass airflow sensors sitting around. I don't know which one I'm going to end up using. I got one in this box. I've got a 240 mass airflow sensor in this cabinet here. I might use that. I don't know yet. Oh, and I've got the computer. Where did I put the computer? Let's venture into the loft, if the signal will make it up to the loft. This is a whole bunch of more D21 parts just hanging out, waiting for a home. If you know anybody who's looking for computers for 89 and older, I've got a stack of ECMs here for V6 trucks, automatics. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they're there. So apparently I did not put the computer up here. Cleaning, I'm moving everything around, so I just got to figure out where I've set things. Ah, here we go. Okay, so this is the computer that I took out of the gold Pathfinder. That's the number on it. I ran it. It comes up as a 95 Pathfinder. I just marked it so I know which one I'm going to use. I don't know. I've got a bunch of different computers floating around here that I could probably program and use. We'll get to that point. Right now it's just engine building, cleaning parts, getting everything together. The other day I threw the cylinder heads in the hot tank, cleaned them up a little bit. I'd take this plastic off, but I don't want to deal with it right now. But they came out all right. They're just going to go to the machine shop after I'm done popping the valves out. And go to the machine shop, probably get shaved a thousandth. I'm going to have it bead blasted. And there's a nick. I think it's on this. Nope, it's not on this head. There's a nick. Where the fuck did I see it? Maybe it's so minute that I don't feel it anymore. There was a nick. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. Yeah, there's a nick that I noticed right here where the camshaft goes in, right on the edge of the lip here. And it's deep enough that I can click my nail in it. So I'm going to see if the machine shop can do something with that. Because even though it's where the cam seal rides, I don't want it to leak between there and the cam seal. That would just be bad news. I don't want to start off with an oil leak. So if there's something they can do to polish it or whatever they got to do, or I'll just RTV the living shit out of it. Who knows? If you know anybody who's looking for a KA for a core, this still spins by hand, but it is pretty much rubbish. You'd have to really go through it. It's been sitting in my garage for probably 6 years, 5 years now. It's just been sitting here doing nothing. I've stole parts off of it to use on other KA engines. Yeah, boat anchor is probably right. I thought about tossing it outside and just leaving it out there as like a doorstop or something, but I don't know. I'll probably end up scrapping it. But if somebody else can use it and wants to pick it up, come and get it. I'm not going to use it. I kept the head. Somewhere I have the cylinder head. I keep all the KA heads. You never know when you're going to blow one up. Now, what else do I got that may be interesting to you guys? 350 TBI headers? Probably not. There's the Doug Thorley VG33 VG30 headers. I'm just hanging them up there. I got a tailgate extender for a Frontier from my old Frontier. I never got rid of it. We got a pile of front flares. No rear flares in stock, but we got a pile of front flares for these trucks. For some reason, and I don't know why, but I've got just a shit ton of gauges, clocks, more gauges. I mean, I've got gauge clusters and speedometers and shit just floating around everywhere in here. There's more gauges back here. I don't know if that's a complete cluster or not. Probably an incomplete cluster, but I got all that shit going on. Oh, yeah, got another cluster right here. Everything just sitting around. I go to the junkyard and I grab gauges if I see them. So I don't know if I'm ever going to use these, but I got a ton of gauges. I got international logos, Nissan logos, real. Gotta have the obligatory toys. This is a clock out of a Datsun 310. I'm probably going to end up using that. Shifter. That's old international shit. I don't know what that's out of, but I thought it was cool, so I took it. I cut that out of the Pathfinder that's out in the back. I figured it would make a cool, like if I did like a picture frame on it, it would be kind of cool to have that. That's my buddy Barry. This was an artist rendition of his old Datsun Roadster that he used to race. Of course, that's Morton's 46. He never raced I don't know if he actually raced against him or not. Probably not, but he did race that car for many, many years, and it's still out there on the circuit. He just doesn't own it anymore. When I was building, or when he had the green truck and was doing the front end repair on it and everything, he left this picture on my dashboard as kind of like, hey, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, maybe you should do this to the truck. And I never did it, even though I absolutely love the way it looks, but I never got around to it. So I kept the picture as kind of inspiration. I kind of really like this thing though. This is totally and completely badass right here. Just killer. Although it's black, it's actually red, the black roof and black hood. I don't know. I like the style and the design there. What else do I got that may be interesting? This is Nissan GTR diff fluid, straight from Japan. That's what they use for warranty diffs and everything. A buddy of mine gave me an empty can of that. Guess if you find that kind of shit exciting. This shit ton of stickers. Cool stuff. Here's the Pathfinder drive shaft. Oops, sorry. That's the Pathfinder drive shaft. I took that out of the gold Pathfinder the other day. I don't know. I forget. You know what? No, I think this is a Datsun 720 steering column. That's just hanging out here. And then in the back, I got another V6 drive shaft. That's actually going to be the one that I'm going to build for whichever truck ends up getting the VG engine. I think eventually both trucks are going to have VG engines, but for now, one at a time. I'm trying to think. If anyone needs a computer for an 86.5 two-wheel drive heavy duty, I've got this computer with the pigtail. So if you're running TBI injection, that's for you. Just shoot me an offer on it. I'm not running TBI. So these are the new autocross numbers for the 2018 season. If I actually do end up going out there this year, which I'm hoping to, I have, well, next weekend is supposed to be the one I wanted to go to, but I think I'm going to end up making the June event with the red truck instead. So I had those made. The magnets I got online, they were like 20 bucks. The numbers were 20 bucks for the whole set, so you can't really go wrong there. More stickers. Real exciting stuff there, I guess. Here's a piece of history. This is from my Datsun 720, my 81 720 that I had like 20 years ago. For some reason, I kept the tailgate. I don't know why, and it sat in this garage for years in the corner, and then the corners rotted out of it, and it was really pretty bad. So I sliced out the Datsun out of it, and I plan to eventually put it in a shear and make it nice and trim, and then probably sand it and paint it and make a sign out of it, which I think would be pretty cool. This is a roll pan out of an 83 720. I never owned one, but I have it, and I figured maybe someday if a 720 fell into my lap, I got a factory roll pan just sitting here waiting to go. What else do I got here? And we got toys. Gotta have our toys. The speedometer cluster. This is a Datsun 310 speedometer. I don't know why I still have this, but I've had this for at least 20 years. I thought it was pretty neat stuff. It's kind of shitty that this doesn't stick to the window. I've been looking online to see if I can find another one of these to stick on the red truck, but it doesn't seem like anybody's got them, and eBay doesn't show them. You can get like the more modern stickers and everything, but this one you would actually like heat up with a dryer, and then it would just like statically adhere to the window. And I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't want to throw it out because you can't really get it anymore. At least I haven't found one yet. Who knows? Someday, maybe. This is not Nissan related at all. These are all just heavy-duty truck part manuals from all the years that I've been a heavy-duty parts guy. Don't do that gig. It's not a great gig. Oh, yeah, this is a cool one. I found this one in the junkyard a bunch of years ago. That's a Datsun 810 hubcap, I think. And 810. I also think I have, yeah, I don't know why I have this stuff. There's a Datsun 310 steering wheel just hanging out. I've had that for 20 years or so. I just grabbed it. It was like $10 or less. I think maybe even less than $10. You know, that's it. Legos cap, more speedometers. I got these are the VG33 timing gears. So I'm going to keep these because they got the rounded teeth. So instead of being a 60,000 mile timing belt, they're actually a 100,000 mile timing belt. Not like that engine's ever going to see 100,000 miles, but I figured I would just do it anyways. So I just got to get the crank pulley, which actually I think I have. Now that I think about it, yeah, it's still on that Pathfinder. Which, by the way, I've been having a hell of a time getting that custom pulley off. And I'll show you. This thing is basically, I need to have my impact gun here, which I don't have, but this pulley right here allows you to run VG30 belts on a VG33. And it is a very tight fit. So I've been trying to use my pullers, but when I use my pullers, it actually just turns the engine by hand, and that's no good. So I got to actually get the puller on it and then just use the impact. If anybody needs a Datsun 620 H190 rear end, there you go. I think that's got like 483s or some ridiculous gear ratio in it, because those trucks had no balls, so they needed as much gear as they could get. So there's that. Haven't done anything to this one lately. It's just been sitting here. I'll get back on it. For now, it's just kind of like, we'll get to it. But, mainly my mind has just been focused on these cylinder heads. I just want to get these done. I got my shifter for the V6 transmission now. I stupidly gave it to a buddy of mine. I gave the other one to my buddy, which actually went to a good cause. It's now part of a TKO 600 transmission. So when you look at his truck and you look at the shifter, it's got a Nissan shifter in it, which I thought was pretty cool. I guess he made it work really well. But then I was left shifterless. But now I've got another shifter, so we're good to go there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to show you guys, other than for some oddball reason this thing has been working great for me. I took it to work, then I took it to Lowe's, and I brought it home, and it ran great. It's been a great truck this year, so I'm not going to jinx it with anything by changing anything this year. I'm just going to leave it the way it is till it blows up, and then VG33 action happens. Yeah, that's about it. I'm just organizing and cleaning. If I get this to park a little bit better, I'll have a lot of room to work. I actually have a table that I want to build. I have a trailer that a buddy of mine gave me a bunch of years ago, and I actually cut the trailer up because it was pretty ratty. Actually, all the way in the back there, you can see part of it. It's still sitting there. Sorry about that. Get too far away from the house and I lose contact there. That frame's going to be a table at some point when I get motivated. I got just too many other things going on. All right, well, I think I've yapped enough. I'm just going to finish cleaning up this stuff. I'm going to get this thing moved into a better position, and then I'm going to back this guy in and just leave it. It's going to rain tomorrow, so obviously I don't want to drive it. Not because I'm a pussy, but because if you haven't noticed, the whole front of the garage here is all grass. And if I go to try and pull it in the garage, it just spins the tires and then it flings mud all over itself, and, you know, joy to the world. So Monday is supposed to be better. I'll bring it out and drive it to work again on Monday. You know, just because the weather's really nice, real nice right now. So no complaints there. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Leave a like, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you want, and yeah, that's what I'm doing this afternoon. So let me know what you guys are working on this Saturday, and I'll talk to you later. Take care now. Adios.